Hi everyone. Last lecture we will start about historical background of Dangerous Act, Drug Act, Prohibition and penalties. In that you will see about historical background of this act. It Dangerous Act in Act 1920 it will be changed penal offense of drug addiction which up to the when it is within the medical profession trade as a disease. The Act also said that export, import, sale, distribution, or possess of barbiturates drug had to be licensed or authorized by the Home Secretary. This is a proviso also applied to the dilution of the cocaine and morphine as defined in a lower limit, it said to be Hague's communication. The Home Office was changed within the implementation of this act in January 1921. This is five types of the drugs that is it will be prohibited raw opium or control over this drugs that is a raw opium, morphine, cocaine, icogonine, heroin. In that you will see about three that is a raw opium, morphine, cocaine. Today we will discuss about icogonine and heroin. What is those morphine? Morphine is the pain medication of the opiate family, which is found naturally in number of plant and animal. It is a directly act on central nervous system to decrease and feeling of pain. It can be taken for both acute pain and chronic pain. Then raw opium is a fortuitous scientific name as Lacrima papavus is dried latex obtained from the seed capsule of the opium poppy, Papaya somniferum. Approximately 20% of opium is made up of this analgesic alkaloid and morphine, which is a process chemically to the produce heroin and other synthetic opioids, which are medicinal use in the illegal drug trade. And cocaine is also it is an uh, very dangerous. It is known as a coke. It is a strong stimulant, most frequently used as a recreational drugs. It is commonly snort, inhaler, or smoke or dissolve and inject into the vein. A mental effect may be includes as intense feeling of happiness or agitation. Now let us start today's ecogonine drug. Ecogonine tropide derivative is a trophin alkaloid found naturally in coca leaves. It is a very important. It is found in coca leaves. It has been close structure relation to cocaine. It is a both metabolites and a precursor, and as such it is a controlled substance in many jurisdictions as a same substance which can be used as precursor to icogonine itself. Icogonine is the trophin derivative, is a trophin alkaloid found naturally in coca leaves, and it has a close structure relation to cocaine. It is both a metabolic and a precursor, and as a such, it is a controlled substance in many jurisdictions as some substance which can be used as precursor to icogonine itself. Now next that is a heroin. Heroin is a opioid drug made from morphine, a natural substance taken from the seed pod of a various opium poppy plants grown in Southeast and Southwest Asia, Mexico, and Colombia. Heroin can be a white or brown powder or a black sticky substance known as a black tar heroin. Other common name for heroin it includes big H, horse, hell dust, and snakes. A people, insect, sniff, snort, or smoke heroin. Heroin enters the brain rapidly and binds to the opioid receptor on cells located in many areas, especially those involved in feeling of pain and pleasure and in control heart rate, sleeping and breathing. Heroin it is a opioid derivative made up from morphine or natural substance taken from seed pod of a various opioid drug plant growth in Southeast and Southwest Asia, Mexico and Colombia. Heroin can be a white or brown powders to be black sticky substance known as a black tar heroin. And people inject snuff or smoke this heroin. Heroin enters in brain rapidly. It binds to fat receptor on such located may be areas, especially those which will be feeling a pain, pleasure, and controlling heart rate, sleeping, and breathing. Now, last point there is the offenses and penalties. Offense first, a cultivation of opium, cannabis, or coca plants without license. The penalties rigorous imprisonment up to 10 years plus fine up to 1 lakh. And section of opium 18C, cannabis 20, coca 60. This is the first offense, that is the cultivation of the opium, cannabis, or coca plant without license. Rigorous imprisonment up to 10 years and fine up to 1 lakh. It is a penalty of this offense. Then, second, embezzlement of opium by licensed farmer. Penalties rigorous imprisonment 10 to 20 years plus fine up to 1 to 2 lakhs regardless of this quantity. Section of this act, that is a 90. Then last next, that is production, manufacturing, processing, sale, purchase, transport, import, inert state, export, inert state, or use of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. Penalties, small quantity, rigorous imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to a lakh 10,000 or both rigorous imprisonment up to 10 years or fine up to 1 lakh. Commercially, quantity rigorous imprisonment 10 to 20 years plus fine 1 to 2 lakhs. It is prepared under the section opium 70, opium 80, cannabis 20, psychotropic substances 22. Then last, that is the import, export or transmitment of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. It penalties same as above, that is a small quantity rigorous imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to 10,000 or both, or rigorous imprisonment up to 10 years plus fine up to 1 lakh, or commercial quantity rigorous imprisonment 10 to 20 years plus fine up to 1 to 2 lakh. And section it is a 23. Now it is over, that is a dangerous act. uh, it is over. Then next lecture you will start about toilet preparation act. Now it is for today's lecture. Today you will discuss about ecogonine. Ecogonine is a tropard derivative. It is close structure relation to the cocaine and it is obtained from naturally in coca leaves, and it is an use a precursor to the ecogonine itself. Then heroin is a opioid drugs made up from morphine or natural substance taken from seed pods or the various opium poppy plant grown in Southeast or Southwest Asia, Mexico and Colombia. Heroin can be white or brown powders or black sticky substance known as a black tar heroin, or other common names for heroin, that is a big H, horse or hell dust and smack. People inject snuff, snort or smoke heroin. Heroin enters in brain rapidly and binds to the opioid receptor on cell located in many areas, especially those involved in feeling of a pain and pleasure and in controlling of her heart rate and sleeping and breathing. Last, that is the offenses and penalties of this act. First, that is cultivation of opium, cannabis, or coca plant without license, penalty, rigorous imprisonment up to 10 years plus fine up to 1 lakh. Then, embezzlement of opium by licensed farmer, that is a rigorous imprisonment 10 to 20 years plus fine up to 1 to 2 lakhs regardless or quantity. Then next offense, that is a production, manufacturing, possess, sale, purchase, transport, import, interstate, export, interstate, or use of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. Penalty, small quantity, rigorous imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to 10,000 or both. A rigorous imprisonment up to 10 years and fine up to 1 lakh, or commercial quantity rigorous imprisonment 10 to 20 years plus fine up to 1 to 2 lakhs. And last, that is a import, export, or transmit of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. It will be same as about penalties. It is over the narcotic drug and psychotropic drug. It will be end the chapter or act. Thank you.